good friends, Brian from ApexDetail. You ask and you shall receive. I really do pay attention to the comments section and what you want to see. You requested for me to take a look at torque detail, mirror shine. That's what we're going to do today. Before we get started though, I really want to first offer you a big thanks from the bottom of my heart. I mentioned earlier that the proceeds from the t-shirts that are for sale down in the Teespring account below the subscription box go for a really good cause. 100% of the proceeds went to the foundation that I'm supporting for a good friend of mine, Barry E. Thiel. Detailing for dyslexia. You will often or pretty much mostly see the link down below in the description box, and I urge you to visit the site, take a look, and if at the very least just wish Barry well with the foundation. I delivered in person to him. 100% of the proceeds of your hard-earned dollar went to him. And I was just blown away when it was time for me to check and see the tally and see what type of check I was going to write for the foundation. And I was blown away. Your support is incredible. I may not have the highest hundreds of thousands of subscribers, but the subscribers I have, I am so proud of and are very loyal, very smart, intuitive. I wouldn't trade them for anything. You guys are the best. Let's get on with this video. As per your requests, we will take a close look at mirror shine from Torque Detail. This is a hybrid detailer, a hybrid wax/polymer spray sealant. When it comes to price, $39.95. I know you can get it on sale. At that particular time, I picked it up for $39.95. Shipping and handling was taken care of, but with tax, $42.35. This better be some type of miracle solution, because you could pick up Turtle Wax Seal and Shine for under $10. So today, we're going to find out if this is closer to F11 or our beloved BeadMaker. Let's get to it. We have a test panel inside ready to go. I'm going to prepare it. I'll wash it, decontaminate it, and exfoliate it off camera so we can spend more time paying attention to the product itself. We're going to test it a couple different ways. We'll get a couple measurements of gloss before we apply it. I'm going to have half of this nice and clean and polished and exfoliated. The other half, I'm going to scuff up, make it a little rough, make it a little hazy. We'll see what type of gloss it adds to each section, and then we can go from there. Test it for heat, chemical resistance, all the regular stuff that we usually do. Let's get started. The panel is now prepared, cleaned, decontaminated, polished or exfoliated over here, hazed up over there. That will represent some troubled clear coat. We're going to get some measurements in both sections before we apply, and then in both sections after. See what type of bump we get in gloss, if any at all. 6 readings here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll get the average, label it down here, hop over to the other side. The average over here, 91.8. Let's hop over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The average over on this side, 87.9. Let's get the product applied and take some measurements after. What you need to apply: the product itself, 2 microfibers. Spray it onto the panel directly. Make sure it's in the shade, nice cool area, completely dry. Spray it on. Use 1 microfiber to buff it in, spread it out, even it out. The second one to remove the product, buff to perfection. We're going to do that to both sides. And just to show you, shake it up vigorously before each use, just like any other detailing product, but it quickly separates, and you can see at the top here what I'm talking about. But we'll shake this up and get things applied. Stick Has some viscosity to it. You can feel it grab the microfiber, but it removes pretty easily. Starts to feel slick quickly. Feels nice and slick here under the microfiber. Let's go to the other side and get it applied over here. A little bit goes a long way, guys. You don't have to go crazy, nothing really thick. Get the most out of your money. A bit pricey for 16 ounces. Spread it out with the first microfiber, come in with the second microfiber, and buff it off. Just like every other product, guys, 2 layers. You don't paint your fence with 1 layer. So 2 layers in each. I will let it cure properly. Cure time is not mentioned anywhere, but we're going to let it cure for 4 hours. We'll come back. I got plenty to do. We'll let it cure and get some gloss readings when we come back. We're back. It's been well over 4, probably closer to 6 hours, more towards the end of the day. I'm really interested to get some gloss readings here now that it's had time to cure in the area that represents troubled clear coat. So as you can see over here, we polished before applying and we have that hazed over. Let's get some readings and see if there was a nice jump in gloss over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the average over here jumped to 90.2. A nice jump. I'd like to see it higher, but that was a nice bump in gloss if you have some trouble clear coat. Let's jump over and see if it's made a difference in the cleaned and polished area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This section here had a slight bump up to 92.5, which is nice. Not quite as high as something, I think BeadMaker on this panel here, and you can double check, I think was in the high 90s. So, you know, a pretty big difference, yeah, a pretty big gap to bridge before it can reach that level. But let's move on with testing. Now we're going to introduce heat in this section here. We'll check on slickness, and we'll take a look at beading and water properties. And maybe we'll beat it up a little bit with a couple chemicals and see if it can withstand 2 rounds of something, whatever I can dig up off the shelf. Let's get to it. When it comes to slickness, very slick. You could feel that right away as soon as you're buffing the product off. Compared to a section that's not protected at all, just an absolute huge difference. And I could show you that right here. Heat test is next. A lot of the products have been easily withstanding 225 degrees. That's what we're going to take a little test area here up to. Okay, we're going to keep an eye on that area as we resume testing. As for beading, let's take a look. Mist setting first. Let's change over to shower. So you can indeed tell there's protection there, but I mean that it's okay. It's a sheeter. Not going to go crazy here. Let's just do a couple rounds with an all-purpose cleaner here, see if it can withstand chemical. And what you don't see is the resistance that a lot of the chemicals that we test will immediately put up in that section. I'll take you off the stand here and bring you in close. It's just flat. There's no protection there whatsoever. Let's rinse. So the tape mark came straight down through here. This is the control section and the protection section, and it's not that much of a difference. So, you know, there it is. I just wanted to show you the product. You let me know down in the comment section. Do you want to see it up against something like BeadMaker? This wouldn't be anything I would recommend, but if you want to see it, let me know. I'll make it happen. Time for the final thoughts segment of the video. It does offer some gloss, some slickness, a little bit of protection, but with companies such as Turtle Wax setting the bar at what they can offer, at the price that they can offer, but I mean, they're really going to have to impress me, and nothing really jumped out at me from this product that says I really need to shell out $39 or $49 or whatever it may be at the time for 16 ounces. So unless you really want me to put it up against something like BeadMaker, you know, I can't do anything with it here. I wouldn't offer it here or recommend it to anybody in my area here in the Northeast. If you guys are in love with it, I will definitely put it against something like maybe BeadMaker. Just let me know down in the comments section. This has been Brian from ApexDetail. Catch you in the next video.